What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video we are at Fargo Hector International Airport for the 8th airport update for the month of October 2025. We've got another great lineup here at the Fargo Hector Airport, so let's go ahead and get right into this update. So we start off over here at gate number 1. American Eagle taking residence here once again. So they like to take up gate 1 nowadays. This Embraer 175, we are utilizing the Chicago O'Hare flight this time. This ride-in is flight 3734, an envoy service at 4:58 p.m., which is 8 minutes early. And then right next to that, here's the Delta main line from Minneapolis on the 739. The same flight number that I had last month was on the A320, so now back on the 739 here. This ride-in is flight 1991 at 7:42 p.m., almost 20 minutes early. And then right next to that is Allegiant, who will have plenty of the winter seasonal services starting up here in around November and into December, so we'll cover that in the route roundup at the end of the video. This A319 arrived in from Nashville as flight 1945 at 9:49 a.m., 19 minutes delayed. So it's nice to get that Nashville service in there. Built up a really nice base out of BNA, looking really strong over there. As we move on to our United section, as the camera struggles to focus, but there we go. We're back with another CRJ 700 appearance. This is a SkyWest operated one, arriving in as flight 4629 from Denver. And this arrived in at 4:02 p.m., almost half an hour early. Not bad from the Mile High City. And then the last aircraft at the terminal, we have an A319 on the Denver mainline service once more. This ride-in is flight 1151 at 8:12 p.m., 16 minutes early. And this is, again, very quick update. That's all I have here is just some of the passenger aircraft. We have 2 more aircraft taxiing in, and I figured to be fair to get the Delta Connection service in from MSP as well on the CRJ 900 this time. This ride-in from MSP is flight 4906, Endeavor Air operated, at 5:35 p.m., 24 minutes early. And then right behind that, we have a SkyWest House livery CRJ 700 appearing here. And this is another United operated one, this time from Chicago, arriving in as flight 5901 at 6:36 p.m., which is 22 minutes early. Not too bad for this setup for Fargo this month. And a quick construction update as well. Went back to the terminal expansion website that the Fargo Hector Airport has set up, and still moving along pretty well. They've got some of the exterior glass installed now, and they've removed the protective film that goes over it when they install it. So that's been taken off now, and a lot more interior work still being done as well. So still on track for the expected completion date, which will be happening in the next 12 to 18 months. And they've also made some progress on the ramp as well, as they've done more of the laying of the concrete, some of the pouring there, so they are still moving along with that. And overall, the project moving as expected. So that's all of the aircraft that we have here at the terminal. And as always, let's take a look at the latest in route developments, which always nice to get this segment in. It's been a nice addition to the airport updates here and gives me a better way to consolidate any sort of updates with routes and all that fun stuff. We'll start off with the Allegiant services. With Vegas, that will be 4 weekly starting here in October, and then they'll drop it to about 2 weekly. They'll add an extra frequency around the Thanksgiving holiday for Wednesday. Phoenix Mesa, they are doing that pretty much daily through mid-October, and then they drop the Wednesday service, and that will be the case then into November, 6 weekly to Mesa. American Eagle, one of the services for the winter season coming back on December 19th, a 1 daily Embraer 175, which will depart at about 7:55 in the morning, so it'll be one of those overnight aircraft. Denver didn't have Frontier in this update, but just to get them featured here, they will have around 5 or so weekly, not operating on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and then they'll reduce the frequency down to about 3 to 4 in November. And then for United, they will have 3 to 4 daily, mixture of the CRJ 200 and 700, but the mainline predominantly the A319. Heading down to DFW, no changes there with the 3 daily 175s. Hopefully they get mainline one day. Over to MSP, pretty solid mixture of the CRJs 175s and then 739 in there as the sole mainline, so they are actually going back down to just one mainline here. Over to Chicago, and this is on American Eagle, will be 2 to 3 daily of the Embraer 170s, the Envoy ones, looking good. And then down on the United side of things, they'll have about 2 to 4, predominantly the CRJs, mostly of the 550s, and then there will be one 200 frequency mixed in there as well. Nashville, one of the routes that I had in this update, they will have 2 weekly through October and November. They're doing Sunday, Thursday in this case. ATL, that's a seasonal service that will resume on December 20th, and they will do a daily CRJ 900 on that. And then down into Florida, Orlando Sanford, that service resumes November 26th, and that will be on the A320 to start, but they will have some MAX 8s in the mix as well. And then over to St. Petersburg, that resumes December 18th as well. That one on the MAX 8s and some A319s and A320s, so just a little bit of everything on that service also to note. So that is everything with Fargo Hector this month. Good lineup once again. Always nice to see what's happening here in North Dakota. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.